I've been riding the HSD S00 for about 8 weeks, totaling close to 400 kilometers, hauling everything from panniers full of groceries to a child seat with my toddler, across city commutes, park paths with rolling sections, and a few light gravel detours. I tested it in dry weather, heavy rain, and some slushy winter roads. What surprised me is how well it handled cargo duties while still feeling nimble enough to be enjoyable. I expected a sluggish utility machine, but instead I found a versatile bike that also revealed a few compromises. Frame and build quality. The HSD S00 uses a 6061 aluminum frame with a low step-through design, sliding dropouts for belt tensioning, and a frame tested for a maximum gross vehicle weight of about 180 kilograms. The fork is a custom Suntour unit with 70 millimeters of travel, 32 millimeter stanchions, and a through axle. The build includes a Gates CDX belt drive, an Enviolo heavy-duty hub, and Magura MT 4 hydraulic disc brakes. Lights and racks are well integrated and designed to handle heavy use. On the road, the frame feels very solid under load. I noticed little flex at the bottom bracket when climbing with a child and a full rack of gear. The handling remains stable with cargo, thanks to the low center of gravity. When riding without load, the bike feels lighter and easier to move around than many longtail cargo bikes. The welds are clean, alignment looks excellent, and the belt drive setup makes it feel premium. Compared with other compact cargo options in this price range, the HSD feels more refined and purpose-built rather than adapted from a commuter frame. Suspension and handling. This is where real-world riding shows the strengths and weaknesses of the HSD. On steep city climbs around 8 to 12% grade, especially when carrying extra weight, the Bosch Performance motor's 75 Nm of torque really comes through. The motor keeps you spinning in the right range, even with groceries or a passenger. The fork takes the sting out of potholes or broken pavement on the way up, but beyond moderate hits you still feel the hardtail nature of the bike. On descents over cobblestones and broken tarmac, the front fork soaks up chatter, but with no rear suspension in the back and transmits plenty of bumps through the rack and saddle. Over roots or loose gravel at higher speed, I noticed some bouncing at the rear, which made steering less precise if the front will also hit a big irregularity. Cornering when heavily loaded feels steady and predictable, but not agile. The wheelbase and weight make it more of a deliberate handler than a quick steering play bike. In everyday city riding, the HSD is far more manageable than I expected. The Andrus adjustable stem allows you to set up a comfortable upright position, and the swept handlebar gives good leverage in traffic. The step-through design makes getting on and off easy, which matters when carrying a child or heavy bags. On wet and slippery surfaces, the hydraulic discs give confidence, although you do need to plan braking slightly earlier than on a lighter bike. The Schwalbe Big Bend tires grip well and help take the sting out of vibrations, though they are slower rolling than narrower commuter tires. Overall, handling is excellent for its intended use. It shines on city streets, bike lanes, and mixed urban paths. It is less suited for fast technical descents or single track. The geometry favors stability, and that is the right call for this type of bike. Drivetrain and performance. The Enviolo heavy-duty hub combined with the Gates CDX belt drive is one of the highlights. Shifting with the twist shifter is smooth, even at a standstill, and it eliminates the constant chain maintenance that derailleur systems require. After 400 kilometers in mixed conditions including mud and rain, all I had to do was rinse the belt. No derailleur adjustments, no noise, no fuss. The Bosch Performance line motor and 545 watt-hour battery gave me between 50 and 90 kilometers per charge depending on load, terrain, and assist level. With a child on the back and assist set to high, I was on the lower end. With lighter loads in eco mode, I reached close to the upper end. The motor ran quietly and never overheated, and the Bosch Smart System electronics felt solid and easy to use. The Kayak's 300 display is bright and well laid out. Compared with derailleur-based systems on similar utility bikes, the Enviolo and belt setup sacrifices a bit of efficiency and range of gearing, but makes up for it in simplicity and reliability. For steep, extended climbs, a derailleur might offer more fine-tuning, but for daily cargo, riding the belt and hub system felt like the better choice. Limitations and trade-offs. The first limitation is weight. at around 28 kilograms before adding racks and cargo. The HSD is not easy to lift. If you need to carry your bike upstairs or into vehicles regularly, this is a real drawback. The lack of rear suspension also means rough roads can be tiring on longer rides, especially when descending. Handling in tight spaces is less agile, and you will feel that if you ride a lot of narrow, twisty paths. Finally, the price is high, and while the components justify it, riders who mainly want simple commuting may find better value in less premium models. The Inviolo shifting is smooth, but not as crisp as a well-tuned derailleur if you need quick changes. Final verdict. Buy this bike if you want a compact cargo machine that can haul real loads, carry a child with confidence, and still feel stable in traffic. It is especially appealing if you value a low-maintenance drivetrain and premium build quality, and if you prefer stability and comfort over speed and agility. Skip this bike if your riding involves lots of off-road, steep technical terrain, or if you need something light enough to carry often. It also may not be the best fit if your budget is tight and your cargo needs are minimal. The HSD S00 is not perfect, but it made me want to ride more. That, in my book, is the real measure of a good bike.